Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Can you see and hear me okay, Crystal? Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. How are you doing today, Crystal? Okay, good, good, good. So, for those that are watching on replay, I want to welcome you, and please feel free to share your comments in the chat. I mean, in the discussion, in the comment section. I'll get it right. In the comment section of this video, you can answer the questions that will be asked. And also just let me know if you're watching on replay. You're doing good, Crystal. That's awesome. I'm doing good too. Granted, I am a little concerned about my voice today because my throat feels a little scratchy. So hopefully I don't have any issues today with that. But after I do my live, I'm going to work on my ocean blanket. I actually have my rows caught up for this week on my temperature blanket. I got that done last night and did a few rows on the ocean blanket. Yep, I got my water handy. So hopefully I don't have issues with that. So what do you have planned for the weekend, Crystal? And if you're stepping into the live video, please let me know by leaving a comment in the comments. So you're just crocheting too? Really, that's a good way to spend the weekend. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing today? What's new going on with you, and what are you currently working on? I want to give it a few more minutes before I really get started. But that new shawl that you posted in your group, Crystal, that one's beautiful. So Lisa is working on a scarf, a hat, an amigurumi, and two blankets. Oh, you have a lot of projects going on at once. I have, well, I really have three projects going on, but one's my temperature blanket, which will be going on the whole year. But to me, three projects is a lot to juggle. And then I'm probably going to be juggling in a knitted hat because I want to start working on doing how to make a basic beanie tutorial. And Crystal says, thank you. It is with scrap yarn, but I plan to make it with some other cake. Horizon by Hobie. Ooh, nice. And Lisa wants to know, what is a temperature blanket? A temperature blanket is it's based on the temperature for the day. And typically, most people usually take the average daily temperature and they assign colors to the temperatures. And usually it's ten degree brackets for the temperature, but some people will do smaller brackets, like especially if the temperature doesn't change as much. Which next year I'm thinking about doing -5 degree brackets. But like say I assigned blue for 70s and the temperature's in the 70s, I would do my row that day in blue. Or if it was the 80s and I assigned purple, then I would do the row purple. And you basically do one row a day. And you can do it in crochet, knitting, you can do it in different stitches. Um, with this year, my temperature blanket is in crochet and I'm doing granny stitch. But because granny stitch is a longer stitch, I adapted mine where I'm taking the average weekly temperature, where I take the average for each day and then average it out for the week, and I do 3 rows for 1 week instead of doing every day. So I hope that makes sense. And towards the end of the year, when everyone's starting to get ready to make their temperature blankets, I do plan to do a video explaining what a temperature blanket is. So be looking forward to that. And okay, you understand now? Okay. But yeah, I love temperature blankets. I did my first one last year. It was a knitted one, mostly in stockinette stitch, but the edges were in garter, so it wouldn't curl up. Let's see. So let's see. I guess I'll start with my first question and go from there. Um, so, what's your favorite celebrity scandal? Mine would be Britney Spears. And I really find Britney Spears fascinating because she has that whole, what do you call it, Frank? Conservatorship. Yeah. Yeah, she has the whole thing going on with the conservatorship with her dad. And basically, Britney Spears really has no life of her own. It's like she's not really allowed to go places. Like her dad and stuff controls all her money, and she don't even get that much of her money. And like if she wants to get married again, her dad has to okay it. And like she can't do things a normal person does. And and the thing is that and typically conservatorships aren't used in the type of situation like it is with Britney Spears. I mean, I know like she had the issues years ago when she shaved her head, but even now, I mean, she stars on TV and like judging and performances, and I don't think that she's that mentally unstable that she can't have a say in what's going on in her life. I mean, unless she just really hides it well, but I feel like she should have a say. And she's been fighting it, but so far nothing has changed. And let's see. Lisa is doing a family movie blanket. So how does that work? Is it a certain type of pattern or just you just basically picked a pattern and said this is my family movie blanket? And you want to know if I said scandal? But yeah, a celebrity scandal. And Crystal says, sounds neat, Lisa. Yes, I believe she said scandal. Yep. So you think she's bipolar? And she very well may be. But I still don't understand how she can't have a say in the majority of things in her life. I don't know. Maybe there really is a need that they need to protect her to that extent. I mean, who really knows? But I do feel like her dad's just after her money. So Crystal doesn't really know of a celebrity scandal. And really, I don't follow the celebrities that closely, but I don't know. Britney Spears, I don't know. For some reason, she interests me. And I think too, like I kind of saw some stuff with conspiracy theories to do with her that just kind of intrigued me. And one of the things that they talked about was to do with her conservatorship. And then I started looking into that. And Lisa says sometimes with certain bipolar kind with delusions that she needs protected. And that very well could be the case because we don't really know what goes on in the store's life. And Lisa says could be. And anyone that's entering the live video, please let me know by leaving a comment in the chat. That way we can welcome you. But one thing I want to talk about today, I do have my Facebook group, and I really would like to see more activity in my Facebook group because it seems like it's mostly me that always post in the group. I don't know if people think that like they can't post or something, but I would really like to see like those that are in my Facebook group where they start posting more of what they're working on, their projects. And if you aren't a member of my group, I'd love for you to join my Facebook group, which Nightbot just dropped the link for it. So, yeah, please go check out my Facebook group. And also, I have my clue giveaway still going on. And in case y'all haven't entered yet, which is a continuation of last week's, but you didn't have to participate in the giveaway last week to be able to participate this week because you're allowed one guess in the video. And say no one gets the correct answer this week, then I would be doing another video. I think on the 5th it would be somewhere around there. So either I'll announce that there's a winner or I'll continue it and everyone gets another guess then. And if you never participated, you can participate. But that's how that works. Hey, Kay, how are you doing today? Let us know what you're working on. And Lisa says the family movie blanket is when we watch a movie going through the alphabet, and then each family member picks a scrap yarn color, so it's all kinds of crazy colors. Oh, that's a very interesting idea. I like that idea. And okay, the question that I had asked was, what's your favorite celebrity scandal? Do you have one? But I also want to tell y'all, this weekend I'm hoping to finish editing my knitted hat, the pink lemonade beanie, and putting it up for sale in Ravelry. Froggy has finished testing hers, so now I just need to edit it and put it to upload it to Ravelry. So I plan to be making a video to do with the hat, and y'all might want to watch that video. There might be a little surprise in it. Hint, hint. And Trisha just entered. Hi, Trisha. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? And Lisa says she got the idea from Ashley from Stitching Ain't Easy. And I always love all the different ideas that you can do like that, like the temperature blanket. I like projects like that. And Kay says she doesn't think she has a favorite celebrity scandal. And what about you, Trisha? Do you have a favorite celebrity scandal? Mm. And also, when it comes to tutorials, um, I'm probably going to try to get a tutorial done tomorrow. I'm probably going to do how to cast off because I realized I never did a tutorial on casting off. And I do have some stuff that I want to show you too when it comes to when you knit in the round and you do color work, where when you get to the start of a row, it's different because your rows will be crooked if you don't do a certain technique. So that's something I'm hoping to get one. And then this week, I'm hoping I can start working on the knitted basic beanie tutorial. But that one's going to take me longer to do because I'll be filming as I'm making the hat and I'm working it in with other projects. So let's see. Oh, okay. Lisa says neither do I. Nothing stands out to me. We watched Enchanted last night, and something that my husband researched was that Patrick Dempsey's first wife was 26 older than him. Yeah, and I think there was some stuff to do with him with why he left Grey's Anatomy. I think there was some scandal behind that, which I miss him on Grey's. And even though that they kind of have him back on this season, but it's not going to last. So, and Trisha says, same old blanket. I am selling furniture on Facebook. It's been busy. I am a bit interested in Prince Harry and his wife. Oh yeah, and the Royals have some interesting things going on. Like I've always been fascinated, like with Princess Diana and her death, because there's to me that certain things are suspicious when it comes to her death that really make you go, But Lisa says that the thing with Patrick Dempsey, not a scandal, but just interesting. And I'm going to move on to the next question. Let's see. What is your favorite type of ice cream? And my favorite type of ice cream would be the one with the Snickers in it. I love Snickers, and especially the ice cream Snickers. And then you put that in ice cream, and that's even better. And I also like Reese's and ice cream. I mean, I like a lot of ice cream, but I would have to say those are my favorite. And Trisha says she agrees with me about Princess Diana. And it really is like because one thing is, why were the cameras turned off in the tunnel when the accident happened? When the cameras are typically on. So I mean, you never know. And Crystal says her favorite type of ice cream is chocolate or cherry chocolate. Ooh yeah, love me some chocolate. But I'm not a fan of cherry. And Trisha says coconut. And Deanna is here. Hi, Deanna. How are you doing today? Are you still working on your pillow or did you get that finished yet? And Kay says regular plain chocolate ice cream is my favorite. And sometimes the simple flavors can be the best sometimes. And Another thing too, for those of y'all that have made socks or y'all are working on socks or you might be knitting your first pair, please send me pictures of your socks because I'd love to see them. And what I'm wanting to do in my next knitting video, I want to do like a little video slideshow showing all my viewers' socks. So yeah, go ahead and send that to me. My email is justanotherstitch2020 at gmail.com. And it's scrolling on the screen. And also it's in the description box of this video. And Lisa says her favorite is a sundae with both caramel and fudge and nuts, but I have to pay for more to get it mixed. The kind you buy in a carton would be peanut butter and chocolate. Oh yes, sundaes are good. And Minnie is here. Hi Minnie, how are you doing today? And let us know what you're currently working on. And she says her favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip. And I love mint chocolate chip too. And Deanna says, doing good. She's had a busy week. Her mom had surgery, and I've been caring for an elderly lady for her. I hope your mom is recuperating good with having her surgery. And Deanna says, not much crocheting. And Crystal says, sorry to hear that, Deanna. Hope she is feeling better soon and a quick recovery. And Trisha said, I saw part of your video about the sock you finished, and I got confused how you knitted it. I don't have any photos of my finished socks. I have to make some more. The way I did mine, I started it off on 9-inch circular needles, and I did the cuff, then the leg, and then whenever I started getting to the heel area, I think it was, then I kind of had to incorporate one double pointed needle, which you could actually keep doing it all on the 9-inch circular, but you really have more room to work with if you add in the double pointed needle. And then it was like I basically kept using the 9-inch circular until I got to the toe decreases. And that's where I added the 32-inch circular and did the magic loop method because you didn't have as many stitches left for the decreases. And then I did the cast off was Kitcheneer. But that's how I did mine. But I know there's a lot of different ways to knit socks. And Deanna says she loves her some Rocky Road and pistachio. Yeah, especially Rocky Road is a popular flavored ice cream. And Deanna says her mom is doing well. Got home yesterday, thank you. That's good to hear. And Minnie says she just finished a shawl for herself. Just bought cotton yarn to make cup and bowl cozies. Ooh, that sounds nice. And I love shawls. I think shawls are gorgeous. And I'd love it if you could email me a picture of your shawl. Okay. And another thing I want to point out to y'all is I'm doing shout out videos on Thursdays. So if you're a content creator and you want a shout out, let me know. Or if you know of a channel that could use a shout out, let me know that too. Because especially like new channels, I feel like they really need to get put out in the public eye more. But I mean, I'll give shout outs to whoever wants a shout out or, that type of thing. But I did see that Jane from Scraptistic Yarn had shouted out some new channels that I wasn't familiar with. So I may give some of those channels a shout out this coming Thursday. Let's see. So I'm going to move on to the next question. What is something your state or town is known for? Where my state is Louisiana, and it's of course known for Mardi Gras, and it's also known for Cajun food, that swampland, and especially the South. And then for my town, which is Eunice, we have a Liberty Theater, which tends to be the big thing about my town. And people from out of town will come to Eunice just for the Liberty Theater. So let me know what's popular about your state or town. Let's see. And I'm making sure I mentioned everything in my notes. But I'm gonna go ahead and mention about my Facebook group again. I want to let y'all know I do have a Facebook group. It's called Just Another Stitch, and Nightbot's going to be dropping the link, which it just recently dropped the link for it. But if you're not in my group, I would love for you to join, and feel free to post projects you're working on, finished projects, and even if you're a content creator, you're welcome to post about your channel in my group. And Trisha says Wilmington is between the Cape Fear River and the Atlantic Ocean. Ooh, nice. And I always love like bodies of water because it's usually scenic and beautiful. And Lisa says her town is known for the Table Rocks. My state would be Crater Lake National Park. We also have the Hell Gates where River Runs Wild was shot. This is in Oregon. Oh, and I bet you that has to be beautiful out there. And Crystal says, my state is Texas and known as the Lone Star State, and my town is Huntsville and known for where General Sam Houston lived. We have a 65-foot statue of him on the highway. Yeah, and Texas is a big state. Everything's bigger in Texas. And Tricia says she loved Oregon when she visited. And Lisa says, yes, it is. So do y'all have any plans for this weekend? Me, I just plan to mostly crochet. Before I went live, I was catching up on some giveaway videos. So I'll probably catch up on the rest of those and then go back to watching Rookie Blues. I'm on the last season of it now. And Kay says, well, my city is always referred to as Snuff City because we have the largest orders to snuff dip chewing tobacco. That's interesting. And let's see. And my next question for y'all is, do you like to bake? And if so, what do you like to bake? And I love to bake. I like to bake from scratch. I like to bake cakes. I like to make my own icings for them. I also like baking cookies. And I like using like the different chips, not just chocolate chips, like the Andes mint chips, the peanut butter chips. Then I also like to bake cupcakes and muffins, and like, well, this isn't really baking, but I like making the icebox pies. Those are really good. And Trisha says, getting ready for her trip to Missouri. I have the baseball tickets. We'll meet my son in St. Louis. Oh, I hope y'all have a good time at the game. And Crystal likes to bake cookies. So, what type of cookies do you like to bake? Any certain types? And Lisa says she's quarantined, so gardening, shooting videos, and watching Kaylin's videos, which I am enjoying because she won the YouTuber playlist watching weekly. Hold up. She won the YouTuber playlist watching weekly watching from me. Okay, I got tongue tied on that, but gardening sounds nice and yeah. Like I said, I do want to hopefully get a tutorial or two done this weekend. Hopefully, I get to that. And Lisa says snickerdoodle cookies at Christmas time, banana bread. Oh yeah, banana bread is another. And I like making bread too. I have a bread machine. And I like making the focaccia breads. Those are good. Or the or what you call it, the oh I can't think of what type of bread you call it. It's kind of like the sweet Hawaiian bread. Yeah, that's what it, basically sweet Hawaiian style bread. That's good to make. And Tricia says, I don't bake anymore. I will eat it all laughing out loud. And Minnie says she loves to bake but has become lazy. My go to is zucchini or banana bread. And I've always wondered about zucchini bread. I haven't made it yet, but it always has fascinated me. And Kay says she only bakes when I don't want to stand over the oven laughing out loud. Yeah, the oven will get hot with baking. Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong one. And Deanna says, I love to bake. I like to try new recipes. I'm often asked to make my cheesecake. My favorite is cookies. And I'm the same way. I like to try new recipes. I always play around with different recipes I find. And also, if you're a content creator and you want your link drop, just type CC in the comments, and Crystal will drop your link for you. And Trisha says that I would love zucchini bread, and I probably would because I mean I like zucchini. I like to grill it or make zucchini chips. Zucchini chips are really good. Like I said, I like to play with food. And like I like making different vegetable type of chips, like butternut squash. Beet chips are really good. Let's see. And my next question for y'all, I have a lot of food questions. This one is favorite type of pie. Where I like Snickers pie or like Reese's type pie, peanut butter pies. Um, pretty much anything with peanut butter or like where you're putting candy bars in it. Um, and of course chocolate. Love some chocolate. And Kay is wanting her link drop, Crystal. But pies is something I like. I really like to experiment with. But I tend to like doing more than no pies and baking. Oh, and I forgot pecan pie. How could I forget pecan pie? That's like you got to have pecan pie for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And Lisa also wants her link drop, Crystal. And Crystal says chocolate pie with whipped cream on top. And oh yeah, that's good. Or you could also put sometimes like vanilla ice cream makes pie good too. And Trisha says coconut cream. I can't eat chocolate. Also sweet potato pie, which I haven't actually ate sweet potato pie. I don't know if I would like it. I like I like making like baked sweet potato fries. but I don't. I don't know. I just can't imagine sweet potato for a pie. And then I can be very funny about texture. Like I won't eat like a baked potato, but I'll eat like baked French fries or French fries. I'll even eat potatoes raw. But for some reason, I don't like baked potatoes. I don't like mashed potatoes. And Kay says Kool-Aid pie is awesome. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about a Kool-Aid pie. I've never had one. And Minnie says I love making my ice cream and orange sherbet pie. Ooh, that sounds good. And Deanna says she has to go and she wants everyone to have a blessed day. Bye, Deanna. I hope you have a good day. And Trisha says if you like pumpkin pie, you would probably like sweet potato. And now, pumpkin pie, I will eat it, but the pumpkin pie is not my favorite. I kind of like pumpkin, like kind of more like a hint of pumpkin in desserts, where it's not like basically just pumpkin, if that makes sense. And Kay says pumpkin pie is another one she likes. And Lisa is also wanting to know what a Kool-Aid pie is. Okay. And I am quoting the chat. Um, so I'm going to go on to the next question, and y'all can still answer the previous questions. And also, if y'all have anything that y'all want to ask me, feel free to do so. Um, my next question is, how do you like your steak cooked? I like mine medium well. I don't like red in my steak, but I also don't like it burnt. And like I can tolerate like a little tad bit of pink, but I really like it cooked but not burnt. And I used to always get my steaks well done, but I always found they kind of had that burnt taste. So then I started going to medium well. Oops. Kay says Kool-Aid pie is whipped cream and 1 pack of Kool-Aid. Mix that, then put it in a graham cracker crust. Ooh, that does sound good. And then you could do different flavors too. I know I like taking I do the sugar-free drink mix packs. I'll put one of those with some ice in a blender and water, and blend it up and basically make my own slushy. I like doing that. And Trisha says she likes her steaks medium rare. And that's one I can't. I couldn't do a medium rare. I just can't do it. And like Frank likes his steaks on the rare side, but I don't know. I like mine cooked, but everyone's different, so that's what makes all of us interesting. And Crystal says, "Well done, burnt," laughing out loud. And Kay says, "Steaks are well done for me." And Lisa wants to try the Kool-Aid pie. And Lisa says medium well for her. And Lisa also says that's a great idea, Connie. Oh, you could add a shot of vodka too. That's a good one. And I also like how they have the sugar-free root beer drink mix. I like doing that with slushies. And Lorelai is here. Hi, Lorelai. How are you doing today? And let us know what you're currently working on. And she doesn't like beef. And that just made me think of, remember the old Wendy's commercial, "Where's the beef?" I always loved that commercial. Do y'all remember that commercial? And Crystal says, "Don't want her steak still moving." That's funny. And another thing, like I like ketchup with my steak, and I know a lot of people say that you ruin a steak with ketchup, but that's what I like. But I know most people use like the steak sauces. Lisa says her mom likes her steak still moving. Hey, Granny D, how are you doing today? And let us know what you're currently working on. And she just popped in to give me a thumbs to, hold up, I'm getting tongue tied again, y'all. She just popped in to give me some love. I can't stay as I have to get my tea ready and all. Love you, Connie. Oh, love you, Granny D. I hope you have a good day. And don't do anything I would do. And Granny D says hi and she gives her love to all. Trisha loved that commercial. And really, like, some of the old commercials were just awesome. Like, a lot of the commercials that they have now, I don't like it. I don't like a lot of the commercials nowadays. Like, kind of like the Jake from State Farm commercial. I thought it, like, that one I thought was funny when the guy was on the phone and his wife comes down. Who are you talking to at 3 in the morning? And then, she gets on the phone and she's like, who is this? And he's like, Jake from State Farm. And I thought that was so cute, but I don't like the direction that they've taken the Jake from State Farm because they make him sound like, he's all that. Oh, it's Jake from State Farm. And I don't know, it's not the same humor like it was before. And let's see. Trisha says she loved the California raisins. Yeah, those were good. And Lorelai says she just finished a scrap afghan, starting another. Oh, I'd love if you would send me a picture of your scrap afghan. Because I really like showing pictures of everyone's completed projects when they send them to me. So if you want pictures of your finished projects or one of my videos, just email me your pictures, or you could post them in my Facebook group. And Crystal says your Afghan sounds nice, Lauralee. And Lisa said, "Where's the beef lady? Wish those were still around." Me too. Those were precious. And Trisha says that Lorelai's Afghan is nice, and she would like to see a picture too. But yeah, please send me y'all pictures of y'all completed projects. And my next question for y'all, another food question. When you barbecue, now you may not be the person cooking the barbecue, but basically, what do you like put on the grill when you barbecue or someone else barbecues? Um, I like barbecue burgers, barbecue chicken. I do like sausage, but I try to stay away from sausage because of the sodium content. Corn on the cob. Oh, I love me some corn on the cob. And even French bread, but I usually stay away from French bread too because store bought has a lot of sodium. Where if I was gonna do it, I would make my own bread to control the sodium. Um, let's see. I like grilling vegetables on the grill, shish kebabs. I think that covers everything. Yeah, Crystal is saying how you can also post your finished project pictures in my Facebook group. And yeah, if y'all not a member of my Facebook group, please go ahead and check it out and join it. Um, that's you can post your projects, you can post what you're working on. Um, I announce things to do with my channel when I have new videos up. Um, if you're a content creator, you can go ahead and post about your channel. And oh yeah, and you can also post about your pets too, because you know I love animals. But go check out my Facebook group. And Nightbot's been dropping the link for it, so the link should be coming back around. And Crystal says burgers and chicken. And Lorelai says, I can try. It's not fancy, just a double thread, half double crochet. It's for charities that wanted it to be warm. And you know, sometimes simple is just as beautiful as some of the fancy stitching. So I mean, yeah, I would love to see it and show off your work. And Trisha says barbecue ribs. Yeah, ribs can be good. And Lisa says prime rib. And Lorelai says, I can't post to Facebook. Last time I tried, it didn't work. You can also email me. My email is just another stitch 2020 at gmail.com. It's scrolling on the screen right now. And it's also in the description box of this video. So, like I said, you can go ahead and email me the pictures since Facebook doesn't seem to be cooperating. And Crystal says if you are using Facebook app, it may need an update or a post from a laptop or desktop. Yeah, and that could be the case too. But I've never had problems with stuff uploading to Facebook, really. But I mean, Facebook does get glitchy, which Frank knows all about that because he deals with Facebook a lot with his job. And he's gotten blocked a lot on Facebook. So the next question I have for you is, what beaches have you been to? I have been to Grand Isle, and I'm pretty sure it was Daytona Beach. I know it was a beach around Orlando, Florida area, and I'm pretty sure it was Daytona. But I don't even quite remember how it all went down. But I remember riding with some people that I was in the Navy with, and I think they may have been going to try to find one of their friends or something. But I mean, I don't even think we brought our bathing suits, and we didn't stay long at all. But and then, well, this isn't actually a beach, but there was of course the ocean in Diego Garcia, which was like so beautiful. And I mean, it was just breathtaking because the water was crystal blue. And Lorelai says, haha, I'm in the middle of a desert. I did go to one in California. I don't know which one. Sorry about that. But I got another sneeze coming, I think. Good old allergies. Well, and California is a beautiful state. I went to Yosemite whenever I went to California, and that's beautiful. I mean, I know that's not a beach, but when I hear California, that's what I think of. So, see, there's my Facebook group link if y'all want to join my Facebook group. And says, I grew up going to Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York, and the Jersey Shore. And the Jersey Shore must be beautiful. And I've always been fascinated with New York, especially New York City. And Lorelai says, I go along the river or creek side though, fishing. Ooh, yeah, that would be nice to just sit out there and fish. And then Lisa says, I've been on a beach at Maui, the craziest beach I've ever been. at was in Mexico. Can't remember, but it was 13 hours away from California. White sanded beach, but there were cows roaming around, so you had to watch the cow pies. Oh, that's interesting. Cows at the beach. Wow. And even Trisha's saying that's funny, Lisa. And Crystal says, I think Galveston Beach was the last I have been to, but there are a lot of different beaches in Galveston, laughing out loud. Yeah, and y'all know summer's just around the corner. So do any of y'all have plans to go like to a water slide this summer? Which I enjoyed water slides the last time I went, but I probably won't do water slides again because of my back, and I think that's part of where I started with my back injury. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next question for y'all. What is your favorite type of tea? Which I typically prefer hot tea, and I like flavors like peach mango, um, lemon and ginger, orange tea. Oh, I like peppermint tea, chai teas, caramel teas, and like the chai tea and caramel tea. And I've even done this with mint too, and it's good with mint, where I'll take some soy milk, or you can use regular milk, and you heat your milk up, and you put the tea bag, and I sweeten it with some stevia, or you could sweeten it however you want, and that's really good to do with tea. Kay says Fort Walton Beach, Santa Rosa Beach, Panama City Beach, and probably more in Florida. I think I've been to Galveston in Texas. Not sure which beach it was in Texas we went. Oh, that's a lot of beaches. And Lorelai says probably just fishing for me. And Trisha says she can't do water slides anymore either. Yeah, it's so much impact with the slides, and even certain like roller coaster type rides too, which roller coasters scare me, and even certain water slides too. I like more the simple stuff. Crystal says no plans to do water slides. Trisha says her favorite tea is mint tea. And Lisa says bobo tea is my fave. What is bobo tea? I've never heard of that. Lorelai says coffee, no tea. I never really liked it. And Crystal says iced and hot, orange pico tea or chai or English breakfast. And like me, I like the flavored ones. The more plain ones, I'm not as big on. And Kay says regular sweet tea, which is black and orange pico blended tea. Ooh, nice. And Lisa says in McMinnville, Oregon, hopefully I'm saying that right, there's water slides coming out of a big plane and it's indoor. Ooh, that sounds nice, and that sounds like it would be fun. Now I'm starting to want to go swimming. oops, oops, I hit the wrong one. And Minnie says she has to leave and she wants everyone to have a great weekend. Bye, Minnie. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a great day. And Lisa says it's a Japanese iced tea with tapioca balls at the bottom. Ooh, sounds interesting. So, am I making y'all hungry with all my food talk? And I probably still have more food questions that I can ask on my list. Okay, the next question. My next question is, what type of animals do you find in your yard? And I tend to find, of course, the stray cats. Then we have a woodpecker that tends to be in the tree in our yard. There's an owl too, because sometimes we'll hear the owl hooting. Um, then there's the ducks that go in our tree. We also tend to see like blue jays and cardinals in our yard. We found a couple of turtles before. Oh, and the squirrels. We get lots of squirrels. And what's funny is, yeah, in a sense, like my town is kind of country, but like where I live in my town, it's a neighborhood. It's not really an area that you would expect all these animals to pop up in. But somehow we get all these animals in our yard. And Lorelai says, make me sound picky, but you just hit on the few things I don't like, laughing out loud. That's okay. I mean, everybody likes different things. So, I mean, that's what makes us all different. There's nothing wrong with not liking those things. And Kay says, yes, you are. I'm always hungry, though. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, there's so much you can ask when it comes to food. So, and those were the things that popped in my head whenever I was coming up with questions. So I must have been hungry too. And Crystal says she's more of a coffee drinker too. And really, I do prefer coffee over tea. So, but I drink tea too. And Trisha says, don't have a yard, but there are plenty of birds across the street. Ooh, birds. And Lisa says we have doves. Ooh, I would love. Oh, doves, blue jays, hummingbirds. Ooh, some pretty birds, and of course stray cats. And yeah, it seems like the stray cats here keep multiplying. And Froggy is here. Hi, Froggy. How are you doing today? And let us know what you were working on. And the last question I asked was, what type of animals do you find in your yard? And Crystal says, we have a woodpecker too, but we used to have a doe walk up in our yard. Oh, I would love that if a doe walked up in my yard, but I don't see that happening. We get possums, armadillos, and rabbits. Oh, and speaking of possums, one time there was a possum just chilling on top of on the roof of the garage. It was just chilling up there. Oh, and I like rabbits too. Sometimes when I go to the nature trail, you'll see rabbits there, and you also see the I can't think of what you call them. It's not coming to me. But there's another animal that you tend to see there. And Lorelai says birds, cats, dogs. Oh yeah, we got dogs too that pop up. Hawks, deer, fox, owls. I have to watch them. My dog is so small they could carry him away. I had to one off a few years ago. Oh no. But that's a lot of animals that pop up in your yard. And Lisa says I like Pete's coffee the best, which I've never tried that. Well, I may have. It's possible I tried it in some K cup packs that I've gotten, but it's not a coffee that I typically get. Usually I get Starbucks or Community. And Lorelai, she's always wanted to try the Pete's coffee. And Kay says all kinds of birds, dogs, cats, squirrels, rabbits, turtle, deer, coyote. So, do y'all live in the country with all those animals, or? And Trisha is asking if Froggy had fun on her birthday. And speaking of which, happy birthday, Froggy. I hope you had an awesome birthday. And Lisa says we get a lot of skunks, but never seen one. Just smell them. Oh, that reminds me. When we used to go to Arkansas, like you could smell the skunk in the air. Like when you would be driving down the road. And Kay says I forgot armadillos too. And Crystal says there were people that raised the doe and it was so tame you could walk up to it and pet it. Then one day she stopped coming around. Oh, but I would love to be able to go up to a doe and pet it. And Froggy says she's doing great. She's working on her Crochet California King Afghan. And she has deer, fox, raccoon, possum, bears, crows, blue jays, cardinals, robins, etc. Lots of animals. And let's see. Oops. And Lorelai says she'd like to see an armadillo or the aggressive or anything. I wouldn't want an aggressive animal in my yard. And Trisha says when she lived in I'm getting tongue tied. Tucson, you know what I mean, Arizona. We had a problem with javelinas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and I've never heard of them. What is that, Trisha? And she says they're ugly creatures. And Froggy says she had a great birthday. She raised over 200 for cancer research. Oh, that's awesome, Froggy. And Trisha's saying that's great. Let's see. Okay, Amy is here and she's new to the channel. Oh, welcome, Amy. I hope you enjoy my videos, and yeah, let us know how you're doing today. What are you currently working on? And if you have any questions about me on my channel, just let me know. And Lisa says, I don't live in the country, but a small town, but live by farmland, so sometimes coyotes will invade our neighborhood and cats go missing. Yeah, coyotes are bad for that. And Lisa says that would be so scary, Kaylin. And Tricia says you pronounce the J like an H. They look like big pigs, but they can be vicious. Ooh, they sound scary. And Lisa said wildcats do come down from the hills too, but I have never seen one, just heard about it. And I'm going to move on to my next question. And it's another food question. What is your favorite thing to eat or drink during the summer? Well, I love smoothies. And I'll make my own smoothies, you know, taking fruit, yogurt. Usually I'll use almond milk and put some stevia and some like vanilla too. I tend to add to them. Oh, and that's so good, making different smoothies. Snowballs are also good. And then slushies. Watermelon is good during the summer. Salads. And I like a good salad with like chicken and some fruit in it. And I like making homemade dressings where I tend to make a lot of stuff from scratch. And I find making stuff from scratch just tastes better. And Lorelai said we had a moose in town when my kids were little. They came in yelling donkey, but it was a baby moose, so you knew Mama wasn't far away. Aw, that had to be precious. And Trisha says, give me nice big glass of homemade lemonade. Oh yeah, lemonade is good during the summer. And I like to take the sugar-free lemonade drink mix and do the slushy thing in the blender, like I was talking about before. Or the raspberry lemonade, too, is a good one. Lisa says margaritas at barbecues. Other than that, iced tea and iced coffee. And Lisa wants to know if Lorelai is from Alaska. And I don't think she is. I know she said where she's from, but I can't remember. And Crystal is back. And Lorelai says coffee all year round. I let myself have one Pepsi every night. I don't seem to have an appetite anymore. And okay. And Lorelai says Idaho, foothills of the Rockies. That's where she's from. And Crystal, the last question I asked was, what is your favorite thing to eat or drink during the summer? I've been drinking a lot of water today while doing my live because it's like my throat has that tickle again, and I don't want to start coughing. And then like my last live, my voice started going out some on me. And Lisa said you are kind of close by them. And Lisa says barbecue steak. Yeah, barbecue is very popular during the summer. And Tricia says it is beautiful there. Okay. Let's see. And for those that just entered the chat, I also want to let y'all know that I still have my clue giveaway going on. And so if you haven't entered it yet, there's still time to enter it. It's a continuation giveaway, but if you didn't participate in the first week of it, you can participate in this week's, but you only allow one guess in the video. So if y'all want a chance to win a giveaway, make sure to check out that giveaway. And Lorelai says, I like water with one of the true lemons or lime. Yeah, they have some good drink mixes. And Crystal says, eat would be popsicles to eat and drink ice cold Kool-Aid or Mountain Dew. Lorelai says, I think I did the last one. And now I will tell y'all this, my next question I'm going to ask. This one's not a food question, which I think I'm going to go ahead and move on to that question. What is your favorite thing to eat or, oh, oops, that's what I just asked. Okay, have you ever skated? And when I say skated, it could be roller skating, ice skating, rollerblading, or even like skateboards. Where as a child, I like to roller skate a lot. And at one time, there was a skating ring that went out of business, and like my dad was in the Lions Club, and they like took over the skating ring as their bingo hall. So they had all the leftover skates. So my dad was able to get like skates in like almost every size. So as my foot grew, I had skates. Or if I had a friend come over and we wanted to skate, I'd be like, what size do you wear? Here you go. So, I had lots of skates. And now, whenever I was in Diego Garcia, I did try to do rollerblading, which I didn't like it. I couldn't develop any speed, and it really like it put a lot of strain on your ankles. So I'm just more comfortable with roller skates. And Lorelai says, I roller skated a lot growing up. The city had a room at the city building we skated in. And like growing up, like my neighborhood, we had sidewalks. So I would just skate up and down the sidewalk and in my driveway. And as an adult, I have gone to the skating ring a few times. And Crystal says yes to roller skates and rollerblades. And Trisha says she used to roller skate and ice skate. I competed in speed skating, never made the Olympics though, laughing out loud. And I've never ice skated. I've always been curious about it. And let's see. Lisa says, yes, all of the above, but I cannot ice skate now since it hurts my feet now. I always wanted to try roller derby. Yeah, roller derby looks cool. But yeah, I always enjoyed skating as a child. And like now the skating ring in my town is closed down now, so I would have to go out of town to skate. So, it's not likely that I'll do that. And Lisa says, I used to roller skate at the rowing rink in junior high and high school. And Lorelai says, ice skating is hard on your ankles. And I would imagine because it's more like kind of like rollerblades where it's in the center of the skate. And and then I also heard too that with ice skating that you could actually cut your foot with the blades from the ice skates. And I think that's one reason I was always kind of scared to even try ice skating. Let's see. Oh, and one thing too for those that are just now entering the chat that didn't hear this before, I do want to let y'all know that I'm doing shout out videos on Thursday. So if you're a content creator and you want your channel to get a shout out, let me know. Or if you know of a channel, especially new channels that could use a shout out, let me know that too. Let's see. So I'm going to move on to the next question. What is your favorite type of soup? Oh, we're back to food question. I couldn't get away from the food questions that long. But I would go with chicken noodle soup. And there's another type of soup that I would cook, but I can't remember what it's called. It's more of a creamier soup. And I know it has corn in it, but I can't remember the name of it. But I always love the basic, simple chicken noodle soup. And I like making mine in the Instapot. Like I use the egg noodles, and the Instapot is really awesome when it comes to making soup. And Trisha says New England clam chowder. And Crystal says chicken and rice. And I used to, as a kid, would eat the chicken and rice, the Campbell's in the can. And Lorelai says homemade chicken noodle or ham and beans. And coping with yarn would love a shout out. And Navy Frick crochet and crafting with AJ is new and just reached 100 would be a good shout out. Okay, let me write that down before I forget. And then too, after it takes a day or two before the comments show in replay, so I want to write this down now. Crochet, crafting, with AJ. Okay, I got it. And Crystal says chicken corn chowder, maybe. And Kay says beef stew. And you know, one soup that I don't like that a lot of people love is vegetable soup. But I just I cannot do a vegetable soup. And Lorelai says she makes her own egg noodles. Ooh, that is awesome. I'm curious. How do you make your own? But I find like the egg noodles. I find I like how they do in the Instapot with the soup recipe I use. And I wish I could remember that other recipe, but I can't. And then tortilla soup is another one that's good, but I have to be in the mood for it. Lorelai says egg, flour, and salt. And you know another good thing to make from scratch? Tortillas. I like making tortillas from scratch. And then like I'll take like the Mrs. Dash. It's a chipotle blend that they have, and I'll add that in with the dough mix, and that's good. And Crystal says the one you are thinking of with corn should be chicken corn chowder. That wasn't the one. And this is one that it's one that I see like in the Weight Watchers groups a lot on one of those, and I think it's in one of my cookbooks. I think there's like two recipes that are real similar for it that I have, but I can't think of what it's called. And Trisha has to go, and she says for everyone to take care. Bye, Trisha. I hope you have a good day. But yeah, I'm gonna try to remember to look up that other soup, and I'll let y'all know in one of my next videos if I remember what it is or if I can find it. And Lorelai says she had a neighbor who made them. I'd eat with butter, jam, yummy. Ooh, that does sound good. Um, and you know what? Like I would love to know how to make would be homemade tamales. That would be awesome to be able to make my own. So I'm going to move on to the next question. Let's see. This one, y'all all going to have an answer for this one. What is your favorite craft store? Mine would be Michael's. Hobby Lobby would be a close second. Now I wish we had craft stores in my town because you have to go to Lafayette, and a lot of times I just order. I order online mostly. We really don't go drive out to Lafayette that much anymore. Oh, so your neighbor made tamales too? Ooh, that had to be delicious. Crystal says Hobby Lobby. Yeah, and like Joann's, I remember like whenever I lived in home, I remember having a Joann store. But now I wasn't into yarn crafts at the time, but all I really remember was seeing the fabrics there, like sewing stuff. I don't remember seeing yarn. Lorelai says I've been to Michael's 2 times and Hobby Lobby once. And really, really, a lot of times it's so easy now that you can order everything online. Now the only thing is I like catching it where you get free shipping or the shipping really cheap. But but I mean I do wish we had craft stores here, especially like when you just need like a couple of skeins of yarn. see. But I'm fixing to wrap things up. I'll probably ask a couple of more questions. Um, so we're at an hour and 20 minutes now. So I plan to go about 10 more minutes, and then I'll close things out. And I hope everyone's been having a good time today. So my next question for y'all: do you prefer cake or pie? And I typically prefer pie. I mean, I like cake, don't get me wrong, but like with pies, I tend to like the no bake type. Like, you know how I was asking what your favorite pie are. Those are the type of pies that I tend to prefer. Um, the only one really in the oven that I like is the most is pecan. And like apple pie, it's not my favorite, but I'll eat apple pie. And Lisa says she really likes these questions. Thank you. And Lorelai says, I get everything online. The fuel to get to the city is as much as shipping or more. Really, you do have a point with that. You know, it's like what you pay for gas sometimes it's just as much or more as the shipping. And Crystal says she prefers pie. And Lorelai says definitely pie. I guess you mean key lime. I'm presuming that's what you meant. Yeah, okay. Yeah, key lime. Oh yeah, cheesecake. I love cheesecake, especially like strawberry, blueberry, or like you do like kind of maybe chocolate chip cheesecake. But I don't like cherry cheesecake. Let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and move on to the next question. What is worse, doing laundry or dishes? Oh, and that's a close one. I don't like doing either one. But I think I would go with dishes because dishes seem like they never end, and dirty dishes are harder to hide. Well, now if you have a dishwasher, then you can hide dirty dishes, but I don't have a dishwasher, so I can't hide dirty dishes. Um, where where laundry, you can kind of hide laundry better, but like when it comes to laundry, I've never cared for folding laundry, and it's not that it's difficult, but for some reason, it's like one of those things that you just don't want to. You really don't want to have to do. At least that's my opinion. And Crystal says key lime is good. And Lisa says she don't mind laundry. And like another thing too, I'm bad for I put a load to washing and I forget about it. So then all of a sudden I remember and it's like, oh, I gotta put it in the dryer. And the same thing with the dryer. I think it's a case where laundry it's easier to forget about and put it off. And Crystal says laundry and dishes are equal for me, laughing out loud. Yeah. Two things that never stop. Laundry and dishes will always, always be there for you. So when you're feeling lonely, just remember that. Lorelai says dishes. There's just me. I like to wash and fold, but hate putting them away. Yep. Putting them away is another dreaded part of laundry. And Crystal says we don't have a dishwasher. We do them by hand here. And I wish we had a dishwasher. I really do. but we don't. And Lisa says, I'm actually folding laundry right now. Enjoy. And Crystal says, Mama said coconut cream pie is her favorite. Aw. Yeah, coconut can be good. Tell Mama I said hi. And Coping with Yorn says, I made my kids put their own laundry away. Oh, smart. But I don't have kids to do that with. And my cats won't listen if I tell them to put away laundry. They'll just look at me. So I'm going to ask one final question, and then we're going to say goodbye. Okay. Where was I? Do you prefer online shopping or shopping in a store? Overall, I prefer online shopping, but there are certain things where I feel like you really have to shop in a store for certain items. So there is a place for physical shopping, but online shopping really, it makes everything so convenient. And Lisa says her favorite is lemon pie. I can eat lemon pie, but it's not my favorite. But I know a lot of people love lemon pie though. And Crystal is back. Welcome back, Crystal. Oh, the last question, Crystal, was if you prefer shopping online or shopping in a store. And Lorelai says online. And Lisa says shopping in a store for sure, but I like mystery boxes. And Crystal says online shopping, you can find better deals. And a lot of times that is true. But then there are certain things that it's really expensive online and you can't find it. Like it's a lot cheaper to buy in the store. I also see that sometimes too. And Mama said hi back. So what's Mama up to today? Let's see. But yeah, after I wrap this up, I plan to work on my ocean blanket. And well, I've almost finished one row, and then I have two more rows to do, and then I'll be able to add in a new shade of blue. So I'm ready. But like at first, I'll be going back and forth before I really get into the next shade of blue a lot. Let's see. Crystal says she's eating lunch right now, shopping, saving money, and couponing. Yeah, Mama seems like she loves to shop. Yeah, I used to be more into couponing, but then it got to the point where most of the items that I typically buy, you rarely can find coupons for. So I kind of got out of couponing. But has she ever tried contacting manufacturers for coupons? Because some of them will send you coupons for free products, or they'll send you products in the mail. There's some that will, but it's not as many companies as what it used to be. But okay, we're just about at an hour, 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. And I hope everyone had a good time with me today. And I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend or rest of their weekend. And I hope y'all are having a fabulous yarny day. be the light, and bye, everyone.